Colleen, what went into your decision to pace the 10K today?
Because it's Easter and I wanted to be a bunny rabbit.
And I noticed the ears fell off right at the beginning. Did that throw you off a little bit?
No, I knew that was gonna happen because I did some strides in them and they flew off. But I was like, oh, as soon as it'll be fun to have pictures on the start line and then I'll just toss them. I actually also had a little tail, like a little, like it was like a little bunny thing, and I was gonna pin it on here, but then I was like, is this like I'm wearing a one piece? It's like a little bit Playboy bunny. I was like, this is too much. This is a family-friendly affair. So
that's fair.
I decided not to. The last minute, I was like, nah, I can't do this. But anyway, just trying to have fun. My slogan for the night is, I take the work seriously, but not myself.
I love that.
So I'm trying to have a little fun with it. Basically, this was just like an opportunity for me to get a hard like workout in, but also like dip my toe back into racing. It's been a long time since I've been like really racing on the track, and so I just wanted to see like how my nervous system dealt with that. And you know, the gun goes off, and there's a big, awesome crowd, and just like my peers are here, and I wanted to see, you know, all the work that I've been doing over the past year with my mental and physical health. I just wanted to test that out in a way that was like less, some ways more pressure, but kind of less pressure. So I think I checked the box there. Had a pretty good, like, I felt like pretty strong, pretty good night. And then when it got really hard, I got to stop. So it was great.
Yeah, I saw you post on Instagram yesterday that you expected pacing today to kind of feel like a race. Do you feel like that lived up to your expectations?
A little bit. It felt, and I think if I would be racing for real, I think it would have been a little, like, I wasn't really nervous. I didn't get like, if I'm like racing for real, I'll get like butterflies in my stomach. I didn't really get that. But during the race, I was definitely like trying to be like, ooh, this is like getting hard. After like 4K or so, I was like, ooh, it's like starting to get hard. And I was like, this is a good opportunity for me to practice. If I was actually racing right now, like what would I tell myself? You know, what would I say to keep myself in the moment? And my coach is Julie Benson now, and so we had talked about that before the race of just at first taking it every lap, like one lap at a time, you know, at first, and then you might get to a point where you need to take it like every 200 at a time and just stay in the 200, and then if it gets really hard, you're just staying in the 100, like just stay in this 100, stay in this 100. I didn't quite get to like stay in this 100, stay in this 100, but I did break it down to like, I could go 200 more, I could go 200 more. And I feel like I'm gonna have to get used to playing mind games like that with myself when I'm in a race. So I think it was good practice.
And I know the goal was to go through halfway in 16 flat, and you brought him through 16 flat on the dot. Can you tell me? Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more about like the execution behind that?
I can't really give myself too much credit because I was just running on the lights. So you can see out here, like there's a blue section of lights for the pacers, and then it turns green for everyone else. So I was just staying on blue, and there was only one point where I kind of like fell asleep a little bit, and I realized I was like at the back of the blue, and I was like, oh, like wake up. But most of the time I was just like, I was just running on the lights. I was really relieved when I heard that we had pace lights because I've done that one other time, and I found it extremely helpful to not. I didn't look at my watch once. I was just vibing. So yeah, blessed for the lights, pace lights.
And you were living in California for a while, and then you moved back to Flagstaff and then Boulder. What's it like to be back in California this week?
Yeah, just bopping around. I am staying with my friend in Venice Beach. It's like, her house is like 4 blocks from our house, so I can't go to my house because someone is living there right now. But I walked past in the first morning and got coffee on Abbot Kinney, and just like walking around the neighborhood. This morning we did a beach walk with my friend and her boyfriend and their dogs, and it's like feels like, oh, like it's just good to be, this is home. I'm loving being in Boulder. Flagstaff is good for training camps. Boulder's it's my first time training Boulder, and we were just there for 2 weeks, and we really love the community there. Pearl Street feels like Abbot Kinney to me. That's really great. But yeah, being in Venice, even for the weekend, I'm like, oh, this is home. So it's nice. I feel bad Kevin, my partner, didn't get to come with me. He's with the dogs in Boulder, so he didn't get a taste of home. But it's been really nice to be here, yeah.
And what's next for you?
TBD, I would love to be in Iowa in a few weeks for Drake Relays. I have not got confirmed yet for that, but I want to just like keep racing. So yeah, I want to hop in as many races as I can. Julie Benson and I have been talking about going to Europe this summer, doing some Europe racing, which I haven't done. I raced in Europe since like probably like 2018. would be so fun just to like run around Europe and eat croissants and do some track racing.
Yeah.
That's on my bucket list for the summer.
Do you have an idea of what events yet?
No, I'm actually, so I'm not going to steeple this year.
Okay.
I can say that. I just want to do flat racing and stay healthy and have a full season. I think like the past few years, I would get myself to a place where I could kind of run, and then I would do a steeple and I would get hurt. So I just decided, let me just stay flat and see if I can get through a whole season, and then we'll worry about adding the steeple in potentially later. So
Awesome.
just 1500s, miles, 3Ks, 5Ks maybe. Yeah, just no
10Ks?
No jumping. Absolutely no 10Ks. Yeah, 6K was plenty.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.